meeting with Hitler. They're all putting their heads together, Hitler, all the generals, everyone else, and they're, hey, how do we get Mussolini? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Scorzani says, here's what we're going to do. We'll just find him and send in these commandos and rescue him. It's this crazy sounding plan. We'll fly in with these commandos, and the plan is basically universally rejected by the German military commander. Scorzani's not a general at all. He's not even a major at this point in time. So it's not like he has the ability to step up and say, hey, General, whatever, General German sausage. No. Instead, Hitler steps in as the only guy who likes the plan. Hitler was big on bold and daring, which serves you well when you're invading France, not so much when you're invading the Soviet Union, but that's another matter. Hitler loved the sound of it and said, yeah, Otto, go get it. Now, the spy campaign begins. Otto Scorzani, he begins the process of even finding Mussolini. During this time, he's already selecting his troops. They're the most highly trained troops he has, combat veteran troops he has, and he has to find where they're putting Mussolini. So they start doing certain things. One of the things they do, and this is how it works. They find a guy who has a vegetable cart. He's just an Italian dude with a vegetable cart. And they bring him in and he turns into an informant. And basically informs them, hey, Mussolini, I found him. And they find out Mussolini's there. Boom, they got him, right? Nope. The Italians catch on, they move him again. Crap, they're back to square one. What do we do now? They send the German Luftwaffe over various places where they know or where they think Mussolini might be being held. Trying to look and see, is there updated defenses there? Are there more troops there? At one point in time, the Luftwaffe, German recon planes, got shot down over where they were keeping Mussolini, and that's how they knew that's where he was. Like, well, very clearly they're protecting something down there. Anyway, long story short, they end up locating Mussolini. They located him in what amounts to a ski resort in the Alpine Mountains. It's Italian mountains, very tall, very snowy, very remote. And this is, I just want you to think of it like a ski resort. There's one way in and out of this ski resort. I know this story's cool. A cable car. You're not driving up to it. You can take a cable car in and out. That's the only way you get into the resort. But if you're the German military, you're the German intelligence, how do you even make sure Mussolini is really there? We'll finish this story up in just a moment. Before we do that, let's talk about a wonderful organization. Tunnel to Tower. You hear me tell you about Tunnel to Towers all year long. You know, when that cop gets ambushed in the line of duty. And coming home again. You and the kids, you're on your own. That's got to be the most horrible feeling. And it's not as if Tunnel to Towers can make that pain go away. But they help. They help by easing the financial burden and paying off the mortgages on these homes, so at least that widow isn't drowning in bills as she tries to figure out how to even move on with life. That's Tunnel to Towers. And I want you to know that's what you support. That's where your $11 a month goes. It doesn't go to line some CEO's pockets. It goes to widows and orphans, and you should feel very good about what you've done this year with Tunnel to Towers. Don't sign up and give $11 a month. T2T.org. T2T.org. We'll be back.
CBS News Brief on a straight party-line vote. The House has approved a resolution approving a formal impeachment inquiry of President Biden. University of Virginia political analyst Larry Sabato says the president's in no danger of being removed from office.
It has less than zero chance of ever happening in the Senate. You need 2/3 of the vote in the Senate. You won't even get a majority in the Senate.
A record for the Dow, says CBS News business reporter Jason Brooks.
Dow Industrial crossed 37,000 for the first time after the Federal Reserve did as expected and held steady on interest rates while forecasting 3 rate cuts in 2024.
Humana is being sued over its alleged use of AI, says CBS's Wendy Gillette.
Last month, a similar lawsuit was filed against United Health Group. The suit claimed the companies restrict needed care for Medicare Advantage
The
patients.
plaintiffs are seeking class action status for their suit. CBS News Brief. I'm Christopher Cruz.
anything but eggs, orange juice in a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
Hey, it's Patrick. Roseville Numismatics is giving away a 1-ounce American Gold Eagle coin worth $2,000. I'll draw the winner on my show December 20th. Enter online at kfbk.com/contest. That's kfbk.com/contest. And happy holidays from Roseville Numismatics and Coin Shop.
The December to Remember sales event is on now at Lexus of Sacramento. Qualified customers receive a $15,000 lease credit on the new 2023 RZ450e all-electric SUV for January 2nd. Lexus of Sacramento, 2600 Fulton Avenue.
LexusOfSacramento.com. Subcontractors, grow your business with more leads and leverage your marketing costs to receive over 10 times the value in advertising. Subcontractors United is offering 40 home services contractors to join our advertising co-op. For under $2,100 a month, you'll share in over $83,000 a month in advertising. That's $1 million a year in advertising for under $2,100 a month. There's only 3 subcontractors per category, not 3,000, so lead potential is unlimited. Google Subcontractors United for more information.
With over 5,000 golf-related items for sale, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the place to shop from your local neighbors. See why Hagen Oaks is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere for everything golf. Fulton Avenue to Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
It's the 17th annual Fiscal Season Community Food Drive. Stop by your local Tri-County Bank branch to donate non-perishable food now through December 22nd. All donations help the Salvation Army feed local families in need. Visit TriCountyBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Kim here for Barefoot Redwood. It's storm season and we're ready for it. More than ever, we have numerous options to choose from for all of your fencing needs. So whether it's dog ear or flat top, rough or smooth, we have you covered. Or if you're looking to save, we have a cedar fence worth up as low as $149 each. And don't forget about our in-house made steel head redwood fencing for $435 each. So come by one of our locations in Sacramento, Roseville, El Dorado Hills, or South Sacramento, or visit us at BarefootRedwood.com.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medication. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
This hour of programming is sponsored by Boost Infinite. Switch today. If you're a single man under the age of 35, you'd probably like to know what the ladies are looking for on an online dating site. A guy who had a few drinks and later got pulled over for buzz driving. Buzz, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. The message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Show on a Wednesday. We're going to get back to the Hunter Biden stuff, really this segment. I swear we're just finishing up this little history segment we were doing because, well, I felt like I don't have a better reason at all. Anyway, so Hitler decides he's going to bust Mussolini out. They have to find him first. Mussolini, his final stop was a ski hotel. Just think of it like a ski hotel. You can look it up to this day if you would like. I believe it's still there in disrepair, but you can see, remember, always helps to look at a map, and it helps to look at pictures of things. You can see this place. It is in the middle of the mountain. There's no way to get to it. The Italians not only take Mussolini there, they surround him by 200 troops. Now this is the part I need to explain something before I can finish up the story. Remember how I said the Allies invaded and the Italians kicked out Mussolini and the Italians signed an agreement with the Allies? That's a very simplistic way to put it. This is what I mean. The Italians and Germans had been working hand in hand together. They were friends, they were allies for a while now. At the drop of a hat, this faction threw out this faction and then signed an agreement with other people. It's not as if every Italian and every German magically saw each other as the enemy overnight. Does that make sense? It's not that way. It's not how it works at all. There were a bunch of close relationships. There were still factions that were friendly here and friendly there. So, anyway, the Germans need to know that Mussolini's there. You're going to try to pull off a raid on a mountaintop fortress, which they were fortifying this place. You better find out who's there. So what did they do? They sent a doctor up there. The doctor goes up there, and he goes up there, knocks on the door, and says, "Hey, I'd really love to use this place as a malaria clinic. Malaria's sticking up pretty bad around here. I'd like to dig in and see if this would be an appropriate field hospital for a malaria clinic." And they tell him, "Oh, sure, sounds good, come right in. Oh, but you can't go there. You're not allowed there. No, you're not allowed on that floor."
It's like,
and the doctor's
okay,
looking around,
supposed to be
he's
behind.
seeing way too many guards for some random hilltop hotel, and there are many places he's not allowed to venture. That's all the confirmation the Germans needed to know. This is where the big cheese was. They were very clearly protecting something. Now, it's on. Otto Skorzeny and his commandos
motorcycle was supposed to be
decide they're
behind
going
me,
to
not-
launch.
not
But
almost
how in the
hitting me
world
from
do
the
you get up
side.
to a hotel where
The
you can only
motorcycles
get
really
to and
need
fro
to start
by
following
cable
the
car?
rules. Hate how they
They
don't
took the line.
get in trouble for something everyone else would get in trouble for. German gliders flying through the Italian Alps, getting ready to land on some Italian plateau, which I don't even know if I'd call it that, at a hotel. But either way, they do. Boom, boom, boom. They crash in, they land. Mostly successful. Some not so much, but that's okay. That's not important to the story. The commandos go screaming out. Guns are pointed at everybody. And at this point in time, Otto, in an Italian he brought with him. Remember how I told you it was kind of convoluted. Who was an enemy? Who was a friend? Who are we with? Who are we not? They bluffed the heavily fortified Italian fortress into just flat out surrendering. And the 200 troops, the Italian troops surrendered. Not only do they surrender without a shot fired, they bring Mussolini out, and you can look at these to this day. You don't have to take my word for it. They begin posing for pictures. The Italian troops who just surrendered the fortress without a shot fired start taking pictures with Otto Skorzeny and El Duce, Mussolini, and then they're up there having a big photo op. Oh, Chris is looking, I don't know. There's a big photo op outside of the hotel. Oh, hey, get a selfie with me. You didn't think that was just a modern thing today, right? They end up flying out of there. In case you're wondering how, they had a tiny, tiny little plane that could only carry really 2 guys, but they piled 3 guys on it. It was Skorzeny, Mussolini, and the pilot. And from what I understand, I had a hard time finding details on this. I believe Skorzeny had to aim a gun at the pilot to get him to take off. The pilot said, "We can't do this, we're going to die." I know he threatened him
look, it's Otto Scorzani. I think we all know what that threat was. It may have been a knife, but he threatened him with something. But he said, take off now. And they end up flying Mussolini clear back to Vienna, where they both met Hitler. Otto Scorzani got promoted to major. Mussolini went on to be killed and was strung up by his ankles, but that's a story for another day. Every one of Otto Scorzani's men was given a month off, a month of leave as a reward for their brave service, and that is the Grand Sasso Raid. G-R-A-N, Grand Sasso Raid. That is the story of it. As far as Chris's question goes, because I told you Otto Scorzani ended up working for Mossad, there are 1,000,001 theories on it. I don't really like the term conspiracy theory anymore because most conspiracy theories anymore turn out to be true. There are a bunch of theories on this, but this is what I think I know. Scorzani, he ended up getting off scot-free after the war. They thought about prosecuting him for war crimes for the Battle of the Bulge because he had German troops dressed up like American troops. That was considered a war crime. He ends up getting off scot-free from that, though. Goes into hiding. You know how Israel, they were a little bit upset with the whole Holocaust thing. They let that get to them a bit, understandably so, and Israel decided, let's go kill everyone responsible. And Mossad, it's a famous story, they went around hunting various people responsible, Nazis responsible for war crimes, so on and so forth. They end up coming across Otto Scorzani. Now we're into the real theory portion of it, but there are all kinds of things, including Mossad operatives. I've seen interviews who say that what I'm about to say is fact. Scorzani was essentially given a choice. Hey, Mossad can either make sure you don't wake up tomorrow morning, or you can do some of the great things you do for Mossad. Now, what did Mossad want from Otto Scorzani? There were all kinds of Germans living in hiding in various parts of the world. Mossad needed somebody with his expertise and his knowledge of these people to help him track those people down. And there is every indication, including, like I said, witness testimony, that is exactly what Scorzani did. In case you're wondering, he did eventually die of lung cancer, which is understandable. I've seen video and pictures of the man. I've never seen one where he didn't have a cigarette. This dude loves cigarettes the way you love pizza. The way Chris loves white sauce pizza, as we found out earlier in the show. Alright, now that's a little history. That ended up going long. I would apologize, but that wouldn't be a lie because I'm not sorry at all. I'm not even a little bit sorry. Now let's get back to this Hunter Biden stuff. This is an interesting press conference, and then we're getting to how the system works, why Iowa won't remove a satanic display in the Capitol, and all kinds of other things. Before we get to that stuff, a lot of corporations are in the news now. Bud Light's back in the news. Bud Light doing what they can to find their way back into your good graces. Are you glad that you never, ever have to lay your head down on your MyPillow and wake up the next day worrying that Mike Lindell sold you out to the cops? Isn't that comforting? To know you support a company that doesn't do Pride Month, they don't do Black Lives Matter Month. Isn't that wonderful? When I tell you to go get MyPillow products, it's not just because they're incredible, it's because putting your money where your morals are is more than just not spending here. It's spending in places that share our values and support our values. Mike Lindell has the best towels on earth. My towels, they're 50% off. $29.98, you get a 6-piece towel set right now. Go get it because they're the best. You get it to say thank you to Mike. MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special square and use the promo code Jesse. MyPillow.com. Promo code Jesse. Go get some My Pals. More Hunter Biden stuff. Next.
The Jesse Kelly Show.
I like it.
Returns next. Think for yourself.
I learned something important about nutrition from naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. Nutrition isn't brown. Nutrition is green. And that's why he created Rough Green. Not a dog food, but an alive and 100% natural supplement that will bring your dead dog food back to life. It's your good dad for my dog, Fred.